And a roar from the crowd as they sort themselves out, and the Japanese runner El Condor Pasa goes straight into the lead, being chased now by Genghis Khan, who now goes up on the outside. This is Montjeu's pacemaker. Behind them is Tiger Hill, followed then by Dariabar. Out wider Laguerre, then Greek Dance, and Montjeu takes up a rails position about 4th or 5th early. The grey Daylami is back in about 7th or 8th position from Croco, Rouge, and then Cerulean Sky. Half a length away, Flamingo Road, then Borgia back in the ruck in company with Fantastic Light, and 2 lengths away is the Norwegian runner Albaran. But it's El Condor Pasa who's going to try and lead all the way here in the arc. The Japanese runner leads by 4 lengths on settling down from Genghis Khan. Tiger Hill up on the outside of Greek Dance, and they've just gone past Montjeu. Then Dariabar on the outside in the green jacket from Laguerre, runner-up last year, being tracked by Daylami. Out wider on the track then is Croco Rouge from Flamingo Road. Cerulean Sky in the centre then is Fantastic Light, who's well back in the field, but continuing their journey towards the halfway point, just over 6 furlongs to travel. El Condor Pasa leads Genghis Khan. Tiger Hill, the German runner-up on the outside from Greek Dance, then Laguerre, Dariabar, then Montjeu, who's now snookered on the fence as they round that corner, short of 6 furlongs to travel now. Then Daylami back in the field in company with Croco Rouge. They're followed then by Albaran going past Flamingo Road. Fantastic Light is well back in the ruck, and Borgia is last of all. It's El Condor Pasa, though. It leads them past the half mile from Tiger Hill, who moves up on the outside now from Greek Dance. Further back then is Montjeu, who's now beautifully positioned on the inside from Laguerre. They're followed by Croco Rouge, then Dariabar. Daylami, the grey, called on for an effort now as they race up towards the entrance to the home straight. The leader on the inside is El Condor Pasa. Can he make it here? Make all. It's Tiger Hill on the outside. Greek Dance is being hard-ridden. Montjeu needs a run. He needs a run badly. Laguerre on the outside, followed by Croco Rouge, and further back is Daylami. They're in the home straight in the arc. It's El Condor Pasa past the 2 furlong marker. 4 lengths in front now. Montjeu's into the clear now. He's out after the leader, followed by Croco Rouge. They've got a furlong left to go now. El Condor Pasa a length in front. Here comes Montjeu on the near side for Canaan. It's Montjeu on the near side, ranges up, grabs the lead now from El Condor Pasa, and it's Montjeu is going to win the arc. A sensational win, gets up to beat the very game El Condor Pasa. In 3rd place is Croco Rouge, 4th then Laguerre, then Tiger Hill. They've come in at long intervals. A big win this, followed by Greek Dance, Borgia, Cerulean Sky, then Daylami, very weary, from Flamingo Road. Then Fantastic Light from Albaran, Dariabar, and Genghis Khan, the pacemaker for Montjeu, who never got to the lead, is absolute last in the arc. It's Montjeu who has pulled off a quite sensational win here, but Mick Canaan, he must have been very, very anxious on the home turn when he had to switch rather sharply. But Montjeu has got up to beat El Condor Pasa here by approximately half a length. And then a long gap. It looks like 5, maybe 6 lengths, maybe more, to Croco Rouge. And what a game performance by the first 2. The brilliance of Montjeu and the gameness and courage of the Japanese runner El Condor Pasa. Croco Rouge, 4th last year, has finished 3rd this year. There's Laguerre, runner-up last year, has finished 4th. Tiger Hill, who was also in the frame last year, has finished 5th. Then 6th is Greek Dance. 7th is Borgia, who was last at one stage. Behind them in 8th, Cerulean Sky has made up some ground. As you can see, they're well strung out, which just shows emphatically. There's Daylami in about 9th position. 9th he is, Daylami. Never really a threat at any stage. And Mick Canaan landing his 2nd win in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, having been successful on the Michael Jarvis trained Carroll House previously. The former Irish champion heading for a championship in Ireland this year. Let's have a look now at the home turn. That's El Condor Pasa in front. Now there's Montjeu in 5th position on the inside. Now watch him. Mick Canaan just has to get around Greek Dance in front. Laguerre's on his outside, Richard Quinn. They come into the straight now, and he just has to check him there as they come into the straight. He checked him rather sharply off the heels of Greek Dance. Now he's got to go for a run between Tiger Hill and Lagera. Richard Quinn keeps him there. He's not going to give an inch. You wouldn't expect him to. But there, he has to just angle out. You can see racing a little bit erratically there. Head on it will be even more revealing, possibly. But once he gets into the clear, he's got 3 to 4 lengths to make up on El Condor Pasa. And you must give the Japanese jockey Masayoshi Abina full credit, because he has ridden a fantastic race. He has rated this horse very, very well. He's judged the pace to a nicety, and it's taken a champion to beat him today, Montjeu. You can see how far they've finished ahead of Croco Rouge. Today was the heaviest ground in 27 years, 5.1, and Montjeu has relished these conditions. The winner of the French Derby, the Irish Derby, and now the winner of the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
What a reception for the winner of the Arc de Triomphe, Montjeu. In fact, they're just cheering El Condor Pasa here in the winner's enclosure as well, because that was a truly amazing feat to try and make all the running. But Mick Kinane is going to enjoy this moment, because that has to be an exceptional horse, Montjeu, to pick up the way he did off a very, very fast pace. I mean, El Condor Pasa wasn't hanging around in the early stages, and from where Mick came, that horse had to really pick up and had trouble in running, Willie.
Yes, I would say that El Condor Pasa set out, made a good gallop in the Arc de Triomphe, and nearly made all the running. That was some performance, really, to just get beat.
Been joined by the winning trainer, John Hammond. That must be pretty special.
No, it was a great, wonderful thrill. It was wonderful. I was very worried about the ground being so testing, and to be honest, when the Japanese horse went clear, I didn't think anybody would get to him.
Did you actually notice that they had to check just coming into the straight, got a bit blocked in?
I didn't. I don't think I was watching closely that time.
But as you say, I mean, El Condor Pasa just went ahead. You must have been pretty worried at that point.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought he'd win the Japanese horse up the straight. But no, it was a magnificent effort to get to him, I think.
And the way the two finished so far ahead of the rest of the field, it was great.
2 good horses, yeah.
Okay, thank you, John. Well, Michael Kinane is just about to make his way back from the course, giving all the crowd here a great chance to see this horse and enjoy the fact that an awful lot of them have backed him for a start, but also they have seen a champion today. That was an incredible performance. Great bit of training from John Hammond, who won the race, of course, with Suave Dancer. But let's have another look at this, because, Willie, what he did to make up the ground, given that Greek Dancer's in front of him, then he's had to slightly push his way out between Tiger Hill and Lagera, but he really picked up. He's got a funny head carriage, hasn't he?
Well, that was actually the head carriage there. He was just pushing his way out. He just pushed Lagera a little bit out of the way there. She ran on to finish 4th, but I can't get away from the front-running tactics of the El Condor Pasa. That was a fantastic run just to get caught, but he had to go after him and get him. He didn't get the cleanest runs, I suppose, but he had 2.5 furlongs to get after him, and it took him nearly all of that to catch him.
You can look right back at the horses who really haven't coped with it, and Dari Arbor back there with Gerard Mosse virtually pulled up. Frankie just pushing Delamy along. Sadly, he couldn't handle those conditions, and Frankie's come back saying it was far too sticky for him. But up front, these two horses have pulled such a long way clear. Full credit to El Condor Pasa, but he's just missed out. He's missed out to a very good horse indeed, to Montjeu, coming down the tunnel now that separates the race course from the paddock, which is also the winner's enclosure. And we are going to get a huge roar when he appears this side, because an awful lot of people stayed this side for the actual race.
Michael Tabor, the winning owner, there in the background. He knows what it's like to win some of the big races. He's won a Kentucky Derby with Thunder Gulch, now an Arc de Triomphe with Montjeu, and